In this section, we'll be creating the main body of our coin that we will add details to later. To do this, we will create two guidelines that give us a sense of how large the coin should be. Then we will use a variety of sketch tools to sketch up the lower flat portion of the coin. We will only sketch half of it, since we'll eventually just mirror the solid we create with it to create the other symmetrical half. The handle of our spade coin will be made using a different method. We will use a primitive box, manipulate its dimensions, and then we will pull the edges of it to give it a pyramid-like shape using the tweak tool. After that, the handle will be hollowed out using the shell tool. Alright, let's get started then. The coin I'll be recreating is a spade coin that dates back to the Zhou dynasty, around 400 BC. Its dimensions are approximately 88 millimeters tall and 50 millimeters wide. To begin these guidelines, I'll first select the polyline tool from the sketch tab and then click on our grid to begin sketching. I'll place the first point on the center and then input 88 millimeters with my keyboard. I'll push enter and I'll lock the dimension. Push escape on your keyboard to deselect the tool and then reselect the polyline tool from the sketch tab again so we can create a second line that will represent the width. Make it perpendicular to the first, and instead of making it the full width, I'll only make it half, as I will end up mirroring the main body. So I will only have to draw half of the main body, and then it'll be perfectly symmetrical afterwards. I will begin the main body by using the polyline tool to create a diagonal line that is a bit over 5 centimeters tall. Followed by a shallower diagonal line that ends in the center of our coin. Then I'll close up our shape using a straight line straight down to our horizontal line. To create the inwards curve on the bottom, I will use the circle tool. Select it from the sketch tab and then select the sketch again. The next click will place the center of our circle, so I'll place the center well below the center of our coin. Then set the radius so the circle overlaps much of the bottom of the coin. Now we have to trim our sketch so we have this downwards curve. Select the trim tool from the sketch tab and select the sketch that we're trimming. Now we can just click on any extraneous line and we'll trim it. Alright, we can extrude the coin now. We can do this just by clicking on the sketch and then clicking on the contextual pill and then select extrude. Unfortunately, my research did not include the coin's thickness, so I'll have to adjust it till it looks right. Most modern coins are about 2 millimeters thick, but they're stamped, and this is an ancient cast coin, so I figure it'll probably be more on the order of 2.5 millimeters thick. It looks appropriate, so I'll leave it as that, but I'll definitely note this in my research. Now it's time to use the mirror tool to create the other half of this coin. To do this, we'll select the coin, then we'll go up to the pattern tab. We'll select the mirror tool, and now because we already have the coin selected, all we have to do is select the plane we want to mirror it across. I'll select this side here, and it'll mirror the coin across that plane. There we go. Now all we have left to do is add the handle, and then add some text and embossing. To start the handle, I will place a primitive cube. Primitives are simply pre-made solids or sketches that you can enter dimensions into. I'll enter a length of 36 millimeters so the handle is long enough to reach the maximum height of the coin, and then I will enter the width as 12 millimeters and then the height about 2.5 millimeters, the same thickness of our coin. Now click to place the box where you want it. The handle of our coin is not really just a box, it's actually a kind of trapezoidal pyramid shape that's hollow on the inside. So I'll use the tweak tool to tweak the ends of the box to create this kind of tapering shape. To do this, you click on one of the corners and then click on the pill to find the tweak function. The tweak function allows you to manipulate a section in various ways, and it can be useful when creating complicated geometries just like this one. Let me show you how that works again. I'll grab one of the ends and then move it over with the tweak tool 2 millimeters, which is the same distance as I moved the other side. And then I'll just click off the screen or push enter to accept the tweak. I'll do this for all the ends so that way we have our pyramidal shape. My research has showed that this handle was actually hollow, much like the metal handle on a real spade. Normally a wood block or something like that would be inserted if this was a real tool. I want to hollow out the handle now, so I'll select the face that I want to hollow out by clicking on the object, and then I'll click on the face. Then I'll go up to the Modify tab and select the Shell tool. Dragging this arrow here can increase or decrease the shell's thickness. I'm going to also type it in down at this bottom, and I'll type in 1.5 for a more exact value, and then I'll push enter and I'll accept the changes. In the next section, we'll be embossing some details onto the front of our coin.